Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Bernie Sanders scored a commanding victory on Saturday at Nevada's presidential primary, establishing him as the Democrats' national frontrunner. Former Vice President Joe Biden trailed behind at second, with Pete Buttigieg in third, Elizabeth Warren in fourth, and Amy Klobuchar and Tom Steyer battling out for fifth. All six candidates pledged to stay in the race, as it is still anyone's game, and have their sights set on the next primary in South Carolina this Saturday.
This is the last week of February, as well as the last week of Black History Month. So today, Wednesday, and Friday, we are sharing 3 exclusive interviews of different generations' perspectives of what Black History Month means to them. This is Black History Month, Our Story.
I am Sharon Anderson. I'm a mother. I'm an educator. I'm a sorority sister. I'm a supporter. I'm an advocate for students. I'm an advocate for human rights. I am Black and I'm proud. Black history to me is that American history wouldn't be American history without Black history. There are a lot of important areas. I can say African Americans have contributed to American history. Not only it's in the arts, literature, science, we have civil rights activists, we have people that involved in medicine. I mean, a lot of inventors. I'm proud of the history. I'm proud to be called an African American because I know all the contributions that have been provided. Going through that, trying to get people to understand that people went through blood, sweat, tears, death in order for us to be educated. Right now with mainstream, they don't understand the struggle. They don't know what we went through. And at my age of 56, because I've been through, you're looking at 5 decades here, I went through the desegregation. I was part of desegregation where you had to be bused across town. As much as you may bring in hip hop culture, things of that nature, understand that the things that you do, think about how it affects everyone and what their experience was. Don't take it for granted. Say, treat everyone just like an individual. It's about loving one another, respecting one another. That's the thing that I'm always trying to project, no matter what. I have to always maintain and keep a positive image because so many people don't understand what it means to be Black in America. So I'm always trying to dispel stereotypes and, the ill thoughts, but always wanting people to know that, hey, I'm educated, I'm here, and I'm here to empower, I'm here to help, and I'm a contributor, and I matter.
As February comes to a close, spring is just around the corner. Ryan, will we feel this nice spring breeze anytime soon?
Well, Abby, looking at the radars, it seems like springtime is here. Typically, spring is when we get those cool breezes, and that's what's seeming to happen now, even though spring isn't for another month. Currently, it's 56 degrees, and the high will be in the lower 60s. It'll be mostly sunny, and there's no chance of any rain, so overall, it'll be a pretty beautiful day. But looking at this week, it'll be the same as today, but Tuesday may be cloudier than the other days. It'll stay in the mid-60s, but overall, this week should be pretty calm. Now, the other part of spring is the rain, and although there is no rain in this forecast, I'll break down some upcoming showers on Monday. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Ryan. Continuing from last week, we brought Mrs. Padalecki in studio to talk about the book she is reading in her Invest class, as well as a book she hopes to introduce in the future in this week's Book of the Week.
Thank you. I'm here with Ms. Padalecki, which we had our class here previously last week talk about the Maze Runners. And Ms. Padalecki, what would you say about it?
Well, I've really enjoyed the book. You know, I told my kids they were really struggling because with Invest Time, they're like, oh, we don't want to have to read. And, you know, I explained to them that I'm not necessarily a big reader. And I know as a teacher, that's kind of bad to say.
Exactly. Don't teachers have to read books like all the time?
But I just find myself, I'm really social. And so it's hard for me to sit down and focus on it. But I have really enjoyed reading the book with them. And then we get to talk about it at the end of the period. And then next, you know, the following week, we talk about it. And, you know, what did we remember? We talk about, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Mm-hmm. So it's become more of a social way. And I guess that's probably what book clubs are. So I would just say if you're someone that is struggling to read books and sit down alone and do that, maybe, you know, get together with a group and do that. So I've really enjoyed The Maze Runner. It's it's kind of intense, like Brianna said last week. It's adventure, and you don't know what's going to happen. So it's been a really good read.
So like a shared communal environment is like good to like be reading and stuff and to help kids get to read more and stuff?
Yeah, and I think my kids are enjoying it. They seem to be paying attention, so it's been good.
And have you introduced them to any books related to The Maze Runner or anything?
The other book, I'm hoping that we'll finish The Maze Runner. We're almost halfway through. A friend of mine wrote this book, and you can actually get it in our library. It's called Beware the Night by Jessica Fleck. It also has a sense of survival, and also nighttime is the rules change at night, kind of like in Maze Runner. And so I would say if you've already read The Maze Runner, to check out Beware the Night. It's for a good drama.
That sounds exciting, especially for like your friend getting into libraries and stuff.
Yeah, it is very cool. Yep.
Okay, I hope the investing goes out and you guys pick that book because it sounds really exciting.
It is cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Ms. Padalecki. Now you may have noticed that the TVs around the school are on. This is because we at NHSTV are preparing for Expo, a night of celebrating how technology can take learning to the next level. If you want to come and support your peers, it takes place Thursday from 5:30 to 8 p.m.
A huge congratulations is in order for one of our amazing teachers here, has just completed her doctoral program and is now defending her EDD. Miss Hendricks would like to surprise this teacher with congratulations cards all over her classroom. If you'd like to participate, make sure to come to make a card out to Miss Woodard and bring them to room 625 by 8th period tomorrow. Cards will be hung that same afternoon. And speaking of congratulations, our Texan wrestling team went out to their state competition over the weekend and came out with some top places. Shelby, what can you tell us?
Well, Abby, our wrestlers fought long and hard for all the places they got. The match everyone is talking about is Aiden Jean's final matchup. Although he came up just shy of first place, his coaches are proud of the way he wrestled no matter the outcome, saying that he wrestled just like a state champion. A huge congratulations to Aiden and to everyone else who competed. The Texan track and field team competed at a relay meet over the weekend. Many runners and field players PR'd and even placed against some other teams in our district. There will be another meet this Friday here at the Texan field, so head on over after school to watch the competition. Our sidekicks had their own competition this weekend and they killed the game. Our girls won the best of the best and won the entire Showtime International competition. Congratulations, girls. Unfortunately, both soccer teams fell short on Friday against the Lake Dallas Falcons. Tomorrow, though, it's comeback time. Both teams will take on the Denton High Broncos. Girls will be away, and the boys will be here at home at 7:15. It might get a little chilly, so dress warm and come support. Tomorrow, the Lady Texans softball team will head out to Fossil Ridge High School at 7 o'clock. The baseball team isn't quite done with tournament season yet, but they will have a tourney this Friday. I'll keep you updated on all this week's sports.
On tomorrow's show, we give you an insight on young performers at our school that grow and get stronger.
And how flip phones have the potential to make a comeback on Tech Talk.
Have a great Monday. This has been NHSTV Live.